Well, let's bring in Alana Kelly, reporter at Glacier Media Vancouver. Alana, we appreciate you joining us this morning. Hate the fact that it's after something like this. The video from this scene is so disturbing. You know this area. You know the people. It was a day that was supposed to be about celebration, and now the city of Vancouver is in complete shock. Set the scene for us. What was this day
That's
supposed to be about, and your reaction to what happened?
That's exactly right. This was supposed to be a community event for people to gather, to celebrate. The Filipino community came together on this street behind me. There was actually tens of thousands of people enjoying this festival, and they ended up going to the food trucks after, which is on this street of 43rd Street behind me when this happened. So people witnessed a driver in a black Audi coming down this road and striking people in the crowd. It was chaotic. It's been called senseless violence. And as you said there, the death toll is expected to keep rising. What we have been told is the number currently is 11. 26 people were taken to the hospital, and this community is really just trying to grapple with that this even happened here in Canada or Vancouver.
Well, talk about what's going on right now. Have you talked to people this morning? What's the sense? Because after something like this, Alana, you know that people start to think about security. Should there have been barriers up and things like that? Starting to question. We heard from the interim police chief that this wasn't a terrorist activity, but maybe this young man had mental issues before he was on the radar. What are they saying about that?
Yeah, I would like to address the first one. This isn't the first time that this name or this family has been in the news. The actual driver of the vehicle has been charged. He's facing 8 counts of second-degree murder. And now his brother, a year prior, was killed, and a suspect in that case has pled guilty. So that's what we know. Police did say that there is a history of mental health interactions, but we don't know the motive. It's too early to speak to that yet. So there are many questions left unanswered about why this would happen. As far as the community, we're starting to learn more about the victims right now. So I did learn early this morning that a father and his son are in the ICU. I was able to confirm numbers. My understanding is that there are 6 adults in the ICU and 2 children in a BC Children's Hospital. To answer your other question about security measures, there were not barricades. At past events, what has happened in Vancouver is sometimes they will use dump trucks to block a road here so that no one could get through. Now, the police had told us that that didn't happen because this wasn't actually part of the festival grounds. This was where the food trucks were. So there were no barricades. The mayor of Vancouver has asked for a full review of our safety measures for events. So that will be coming in the wake of this event.
Witnesses, Alana, stepped in to detain the suspect at the scene until police arrived, and police say the suspect had a history of significant mental health related interactions. Let's watch what another witness had to say to authorities.
He was saying that he was going through, he's dealing with a lot, and he just no remorse, no concern, no regret. He was more concerned about his own safety.
A lot of investigators are hunting for a motive. We saw this in New Orleans around New Year's Eve, and the first thing that someone came out, a law enforcement agent from the FBI, said this has nothing to do with terrorism. We just heard the interim police chief say it has nothing to do with terrorism. You caused terror to a lot of people, and you ended up killing 11 people. Why do law enforcement continue to say that's the first thing coming out of this? Was there a motive for that?
That is a good question. The interim police chief did say that in order for it to be classified as terrorism, it would have to check off certain boxes, which this does not. They don't know the motive, but they have had several interactions with this individual and have reason to believe that he has a history of mental health. As I mentioned, we are learning more about the family, that his brother was killed the year prior, and the actual driver, Kylie Adam Lowe, created a GoFundMe for his brother. So we're getting a little bit more insight into maybe the mind of him and what was going on. But again, it's still too early. His next court date isn't until May 26th. And I know I'm walking right now, which might seem confusing, but I'm actually walking around the scene because I want to show you the vigil and how much this community is coming out to show their support. You can see here, this is just one corner in this community where people have been coming and putting all this stuff here. Hopefully you can hear me okay.
Yes, we can. Yeah.
And there was a vigil last night where hundreds of people in this community came together because really this is being felt not only in Vancouver, but the province and our entire country.
Well, in this country as well, from our viewership here in the U.S., continued thoughts and prayers for the families impacted, everyone impacted, that entire town of Vancouver. Alana Kelly, we appreciate the insight for you this morning. Thank you that you are safe.
Thank you.